be fine. Okay, sorry guys. Uh, Now, let's start from the beginning. Over the past few months, I was all in AI, and that's why I wasn't active in my meme coin channel. The first thing that you have to install is Visual Studio or Google Anti-Gravity. We're using both of them, and they are free to use, so you can download whatever you like. This is how Visual Studio looks like. Just install it, and in the extensions tab in here, just search for Claude or Google or Codex. Codex is OpenAI platform for coding. This one, I have both of them, and to be honest, I use both. But it really depends on you. You actually need a pro version for both of them. But that's the best investment you can do because you can build so many things. After installing the extension, you can basically see the icon in here, like for example this one. Um, if I click on the icon, Claude will start. If I click on Codex, Codex will open for me. This is basically how to start a project. Also, another thing that's personally um, I want to use is Codex app. And the reason for Codex is we can give full access to our computer using their app. Um, you can kind of give full access to Claude as well inside Visual Studio or inside Terminal. This is how you can do it in the Extensions tab, in the Settings section. Find Settings and make sure Allow Bypass Permission is enabled. However, this is not true 100% control of our computer. For example, Claude can't have a mouse in my computer and go everywhere. It usually use Bash or Terminal, which is not useful sometimes. But when it comes to Codex, it has full access to your computer. Literally, it has a mouse. It can change everything. And that's why for some stuff I'm using Codex. If I go to the settings section uh, in here, let me see in the MCP servers. No, sorry. In the can yeah, in the MCP servers. Connections, no connections, browser, computer use. Let me close this. Plugins. You have to find plugins. When you find plugins, you can basically enable computer use. And now Codex has full access to my computer. Why we're using this? The reason for that is I want to scrape X or Twitter because right now I don't have any idea of which kind of bot we have to develop for Polymarket. I just want to start everything from scratch. With you, we're doing the research, we're trying to build it, and personally, I'm not even sure we can build it, but we have so many tools in hand. So all I'm doing is I open X, and in here, what I want to do is I want to ask Codex to use my browser to open X and scrape X for me to find different strategies related to Polymarket, some strategies that we can use. We can actually install some MCP for Claude as well to use it on terminal. But here's the important thing. When it comes to X or some other websites like Medium, they have a very strict mode when it comes to using bots or scraping. That's why even if you use the Chrome Dev MCP inside Claude, unfortunately you can't open X. That's why I'm using Codex, because It literally has full access to my computer, and it can open my browser, and it's like I'm scraping, not a bot or something like that. That's why I'm using Codex right now. However, for coding or different stuff, I prefer basically uh, Claude. So let's actually give a prompt. um, I want you I want you to open my Safari, my X account, and search for all different strategies related to Polymarket. Collect as many strategies as possible, maybe even 50 different strategies. And then, after gathering different information about each strategy, we're going to decide which one of them worth building and which one of them are not good enough. Make sure to do a deep research, scrape all the threads, expose, search different keywords like polymarket strategies or anything that you believe, and give me as many results as possible. Okay, open my X. Okay, let me change this. My X account. Now it has full access to my computer. It will open my Safari. It will research everything. This is the first phase. First, we have to do a deep research, and then we can basically decide what to build. To be honest, I'm not sure how many hours this live stream could take. Maybe few hours. Probably I would vibe coding until we hit both Codex and Claude limits. That's the thing right now. Everyone should hit their limit every single day when it comes to the tokens. Otherwise, you have to find a purpose for your life, because uh, everything moving super fast. It's using computer use. Let me open my Safari. Probably, can you see this mouse? This is Codex mouse. I do nothing right now. Codex is actually searching. We're going to see what's going to happen. It refreshed the page automatically. Let's check the code here. Pa 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 ra, pa pa. To be honest, I have planned to live stream almost every single day to build different stuff. I think this is the best thing we can do. It is actually still a scraping, but it doesn't show in my screen. You can even work with Codex or different platforms, and it will still scraping. So don't worry about it. It's collecting different information. Uh, to be honest, in my previous researches, I realized Weatherbots could be better for Polymarket, but this is a newest, basically a scrape. Let's see what it will come up with. For those of you who are joining recently, make sure to also give me a subscribe on Autobiz Edge. This is my AI channel, and I'm building right now many cool stuff like auto apply for different jobs, different scrapers, Reddit scraping, so many cool stuff. Let's see. If you want to basically open browser inside, Claude, you can ask Claude to first of all make sure to change edit automatically to bypass permission. If you can see this button in the settings section, make sure to enable uh, allow dangerously skip permission. And now in here, ask Claude to install uh, Chrome dev Chrome MCP. Dev Chrome MCP. This is a solid MCP to open your Chrome inside with Claude Code. But as I told you, this doesn't work for X or some websites like Medium. But using Codex, you can basically open anything. Okay, we're done. We've made the basically research. Um, we have some different files in here. Let's see. Polymarket strategy from X, search coverage, and there's some posts in here. Live arbitrage search. Okay, you can see so many strategies are mentioned in here. Like how many strategies? 50 strategies, as I mentioned. Now, let's ask Codex. What are the best strategies that you believe they could work? Probably some strategies that doesn't cost me money and they are reliable and we can make good profit in Polymarket. Give me the best ranking for each strategy. For now, we're in research phase. We're finding what could work, what doesn't work, and then we're going to build everything from scratch. I really hope we can build this in maybe a few hours, but it could take much more than this. Maybe for a week we have to spend time, but I'm trying to develop this for myself for personal use, and let's see how it goes. Ba 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 da ba ba. La 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 la. For those of you who don't know, you can actually write a status in both your Claude Code. In actually Claude Code, you have to write usage. Let me show you slash usage to see how much you can basically use. But in Codex, you have to write a status. And after a while, we have to compact our messages. Okay, let's see. Liquidity rewards fees. Um, as my previous script told me whether exact temperature model is the best strategy, still it gives me the same suggestion. I have no idea what is this exactly. So let's ask, please explain this strategy. I have no idea about this. Uh, will the high temperature in New York be exactly 82? Instead of guessing, the system estimates the real probability of each temperature outcome using weather data. That age comes from a new things. Extract temperature markers are modelable, whether it is not random, like some complete forecast, historical errors, and most traders may use the wrong references. Mark right. Okay, let's ask. Give me the complete plan for these bots and how it works. And then I want to feed Claude as well, to see what Claude thinks, what we have to add, what we have to remove. And then we're deciding to build it. Let me back to uh, let's on Claude Code. I'm choosing plan mode, and let's ask. Um, I want to build a bot for Polymarket. Please check this plan. Do you think this really works? Is it profitable? And can we implement it or not? Give me the pros and cons of this plan or anything that comes to your mind. Okay, now let's just copy everything from here and paste it there. The core idea is sound very gently model and improve. Okay, it can be worthwhile learning project and might be magically profitable at tiny size. As a moneymaker, the specifications your okay. Let's share other strategies as well. Mm, I want to copy everything from this side. Let me see where is the copy button. Let me go down. Um, what do you think about these other strategies? I have planned to build a bot for Polymarket. I'm looking for the best strategy to build. Just tell me the best one. Okay, that's an honest opinion. Whether is the least bad option, not free money. There's already a crowd here. Dedicated weather bots, automated service about fees that retail uses the wrong app. Your real defensive edge is boring per station spread. Okay, we have to go for smaller cities. That's a good suggestion. Uh, okay, that's a good idea. We can paper trade for at least a week and see how the result goes. And if the result is good, we can even pay for more advanced APIs. How far do you want this first build go? Let's go from paper trading to start. Target first, right, or under first. This is recommended, so let's go for it. Let's make the final plan and start building. We have to start building to see what works, what doesn't work, and improve the strategy over time. Okay, here's a plan. There's a Polymarket across the weather forecasting model, the strongest candidate because the edge comes from better measurement, not latency, unlike crypto up and down. To be honest, this is true. A lot of people on X usually they suggest arbitraging, up and downs on crypto. That's the worst strategy you can have. At least weather market is foreseeable. That's true. Um, Range over under market first. High above 80 for between, not exact single degree pockets. Built for paper trading, no real money. That's true. We don't spend money at the beginning. Okay, everything looks good to me. Yes, I know to accept. Let me back to bypass permission. It will set up a to-do list for me, and then it will build it. Uh, Verify Polymarket, run a scanner. We have different phases. Let me give the same plan to. Where is the plan? Open the plan. Yeah, it should be here. I want to give it to Codex as well inside my terminal. This is Codex. Okay, this is the plan that it has written for me. Let's ask, what do you think about this plan? Okay, I have to open one of these. Do you agree with the plan? Okay, what's happening here? Are you started to build? Let's implement the plan. The plan. Let me do a manual search by myself as well on X to see if we can find anything new. Whether Polymarket. Whether trader. Okay, this person is doing trades based on the weather. Maybe we can scrape his profile and realize his strategy. I'm going to do all of these. First, let's build the first version of the bot. Let's check his profile. Yeah, look at him. Only temperatures. That's a good profile to scan. Okay, let's ask Codex. Um, Open this website, this profile, and analyze his weather strategy. Maybe we can implement it. We can code inside Codex app as well, but I prefer Visual Studio. Implementation of him weather appeared in the folder after I wrote mine. The two don't import together. How do you want to reconcile onto my design? For the version, I'm right now using Opus 4.8. Okay, let's see the public and try to pull the actual heavily concentrated in weather positions with about prediction value. I found the embedded Polymarket and the wallet address. Now I'm extracting active under the clean public strategy, so I'm very low. The profile may have many losing tiny prices based on the it's extracting all the information for me related to this profile. Okay, in here, run a scanner end to end, verify daily weather markets, has real. Let's back here. The good thing about this profile is we know his strategy is better and he's profitable. Look, only up. This is great. All we want to see. Let me see if we can find another wallet as well. This one is also trading on based on the weather. Yep, same. Let's give this as well to analyze. Analyze this one as well. Let me see. Okay. What the strategy seems to be, the profile appears to run a high volume weather basket strategy, trade almost exclusively daily high temperature markets, cover many cities every day, buy very small to medium positions across. Prefer yes overall, but use no heavily when a bucket looks too high. Intermediate low to mid prices, not only ultra cheap. What we should copy, good ideas to implement, weather only specialization, multi-city, daily scan, range and threshold markets include not on. Let's analyze this one as well and come up with some ideas for our bots. How they are profitable. Let's back to Visual Studio. Okay, we're almost done. Let's see what we have. Okay, scans Polymarket weather markets for public APIs, prioritize range over under markets, tags exact degrees market as deferred, parses city data high low, maps known aesthetics and coordinates, pull open. In here, reset it to first. Set for me. Biggest win pattern, recent trade pattern, current open position pattern, why the strategy seems to better. Virtual at the right parse, city date, decision, market type, get our model profile at the time step, compare valid straight price to our fair value, use the wallet and so on. Combine these two wallets strategies and come up with some stuff we have to add to our bot. Okay. Let's fit all of these to both Codex, to Claude and Codex. To be address your new message because it's a big one and I want to be straight with you. Uh, do the whole lock. Two minutes ago, 3 minutes ago, 12 minutes ago. It's definitely using a bot. Most of the weather people in weather you really can have an edge in comparison to other markets. However, there's a high chance to lose as well because this is the reality of Polymarket. During this time, I want to watch some YouTube videos. Um, Hermes Agent. Let's let's back to X. Check this wallet. Another weather bot. Okay, this sounds interesting. Using weather APIs opposite searches mispricing on Polymarket. Suggesting using Hermes. Um, Actually, I have Hermes, but I'm gonna copy the whole article. What do you think? If we can build a first version that really works, I'm going to share it on my GitHub. And yeah, we can make it better and improve it every single day. As you can see, I'm doing everything live. Um, I have zero coding knowledge. I even have no idea about this strategy. I just searched using Codex, Claude to make the plan. Story, I do not follow the guideline. The good part, organization setup would be useful for running a schedule. Yeah, usually we use Hermes for schedule scans if you want to do it every day. Don't too fast into live trading. And you shouldn't handle it. Okay, Codex is almost done. Uh, Done. Verify and full. I have one line you should know about. Everything is paper research only with live trading hardest. That's not me overriding your. Okay. Now how to run it. Give me a guide. Also, how exactly it works. Okay, when we write this command, it find active Polymarket weather markets, parses city data range station, and stores them in a SQLite. When we write edges, pull forecast, estimates probability, checks overbook price, and ranks paper trading signals. Wallet shadow reads public trades from these two traders that we added. We can add even more wallets related to weather, scores them as signals, but does not copy them. Also in Polymarket, there is a section, I forgot to check this, leaderboard. We can select uh, weather market. Yeah, here we go. This is weather market. Oh, no, not in the leaderboard. You have to check. It's not based on the category. Okay. Reads public trades from these two. We can definitely add more traders in here. Scores them as signals, but does not copy them. This one builds a city station table showing which stations are becoming trustworthy. Summarize paper trading performance. Once paper trades exist. The bot is weather decision engine. It scans Polymarket weather market. It rejects unclear market unknown station. Trades are. This bot does not trade real money. No wallet. Okay. Um. So how we can test this bot to ensure it can make us money, and how we can basically paper trade. Uh, And here it explains the same things, like each command, what does it do. Bullet shadow. Run those 5 commands daily and read top edges, but don't trade off it yet. The model hasn't been proven against reality. The real workflow for the okay. The full system strategy books are classifying correctly. Range threshold 72 signals. The model is basically flagging big edges like Miami model 82% with market. In here 33% edge we can have. Hong Kong 48% edge. Against the liquid market is almost certainly the model being wrong, not the market. Hundreds of thousands of dollars, don't misprice by. Yeah, that's true. That's true. If you see a very big mispricing, probably the data is not accurate. You have to keep that in mind. But the model is silver. The entire dark scan. Yeah, the model is overconfident in the bulk of the distribution. Okay, let's back to Codex. Added the missing basic paper trade command, so now you can actually test the bot instead of only reading signal report. Run it. Daily paper trading flow. What it does. How we test if we can make money. We do not trust one good trade. We need 30 to 60 days minimum. Definitely we would test it with real money earlier. Not I wouldn't wait 30 days. I prefer to lose money rather than waiting 30 days. We judge the bot on model calibration. We score with market. Whether is a better predictor than we stop. Paper profit must survive realistic and what I want to do, I want to build a skill for this. So whenever we call the skill, it does everything for us. Um, build a skill for me for both Claude and Codex. And whenever we call the skill, it does everything and basically it runs the bot. I can ask Claude as okay. Codex will actually write it, but we can improve the basically Claude skill with Claude itself. Based on the data that we collect, you also give us PNL for different trade opportunities. or we have to add this feature as well? Features half built and the missing half is the most important half. Let me show you exactly. If I have paper printer, basically since I'm using Codex and Claude, they are sometimes conflicting. They changed each other's code. Uh, but that's fine. We'll settle which each pass markets actually. Yeah, we need PNL as well. Since we want to do uh you know the paper trading, we need PNL. And after this, I have to ask Claude to improve its skill as well. Having a skill or Claude.md file can really help you to save tokens. Without that, you will waste so many tokens. Definitely add these two kind of files. We need an skill and also Claude.md, or in Codex we call it agents.md. Frame rate. This is another profile. Let's check it out. Okay, that's interesting. Another wallet. Analyze this wallet as well. Back to Codex. The biggest fin section covered the same thing. Most fins are now. Okay, that's interesting. This is the exact kind of a strategy a range threshold model should study. Let me add more wallets from EX. Kimi is also a very good model. I'm going to use Kimi more. It's kind of like Claude, but much, much cheaper, like 10 times cheaper. Sky turned 39 to 5,000. Let's try it. I don't know anything about this more. Another weather bot. Use profile. Okay, this one is not that much consistent. Over the past week, he lost money, so let's skip him. Now let's save the full note here. Public profile review. It's quite interesting. In seconds, we can find, biggest win pattern, the full strategy. That's why after using Codex, this kind of scraping, you're going to realize most of these Twitter posts that you see, they just made it and found it in like 1 minute. You can easily grow on X nowadays with so many automations that you can use. Um, First, no scalping here. Buy no often a high price around. Wait for the market to coverage toward. Sell before settlement to hold less and repeat across. It's a high win rate strategy, not a high upside lottery strategy. Why it may be profitable? It's going to become increasingly obvious near the event. True, some contracts remain miserable. Even when the outcome is almost impossible, the trader buys new around. Can lose nearly. That's true also. This strategy can look safe until a rare tail event wipes out many small wins. High confidence, no scanner. Okay, I want to add this. That's quite interesting. Um, Using this strategy, you can have high win rate, but you know, if you lose, you will lose big, which could wipe out your profits. However, we can use some of these in our strategy. Uh, what do you think about adding this strategy to our bot? Give me some suggestions. Just paste it here. Let's ask this from Claude as well. Before verifying end-to-end, I opened 6 paper trays on past data markets and settled them. The actual so every high will be yes, but correctly lost, and it floated straight into paper report broken down by strategy. The win-loss logic checks out against her, and the demo trays are cleaned up, so your full data panel plays only as strong as two things, element sources. I'm using the open. The high time noise scalping strategy is negatively skewed and depends on the model confidence edge. We haven't validated how much the wallet to shadow high confidence no scalp paper. Yes, Bill. During this time, let's find more wallets. Well, this seems interesting as well. Let me copy this. Let's see if we can implement it or not in our bot. Okay, this is a repo. Okay, this looks very interesting. It has a repo as well. We can feed all of this to Codex to see if it works or not. Polymarket Calci. Let me copy everything here. What do you think about this article and this strategy? Do you think should we add anything to our bot or not? From Open Metro, yes, add this. Later to come from dynamic edge threshold. Dynamic model set. Use of members. Let me copy all of these from my previous message. Also Codex suggestion. Do you think?
It's a unit CNN with severe attention right under. Crossover, that's a serious ML research project requiring grounded training. That's true. It's quite hard. Vice grading will help you, but don't expect it to suddenly produce readable images. It removes the systematic for. Okay, let's keep it simple. From the repo, we're fighting now. Member count, but at Scholarship, Fetch as a price comparison layer, not trading. Flags whenever model both platforms. Okay, that's interesting. None of the. Let's add this as well. And we're going to probably we have to at least use this for a few days to collect as many data as possible. And then we have to make sure at least our strategy works based on the PNLs. And I'm using both Codex, Claude. I want to make sure the result for both of them will be the same and I can at least make profit. And then we're going to add real money to test it out. Most of these Twitter accounts, X accounts are LARPing. You know, they just show some fake profits or those kind of stuff. But, you know, using AI, we can understand which one of them could work and we can have real edge. Cloud is building. Add forecast actual logging per station bias, apply shrunk per station, add dynamic edge. Also, we're going to add Calcia scanner. This is only to compare. For now, we don't make any trades on Calcia or recording data. And we're going to basically run the project to see if it works or not. Okay, Calci API also works. Let me see, do we need any API to provide for you? They didn't ask me for any API key, so I think they are using public API key. Market discovery for the bot as it now. No, you don't need any API keys. It currently uses public free APIs. Polymarket gamma, market discovery. These are all the things that we're using right now. It automatically fetch all those data from the internet. And if it really works, you can pay for some maybe private, APIs to have a real edge. Let's see. Should we pay for any API to have an edge? The weather in here is freezing cold. It's, you know, almost winter in Australia. Everyone is sick. Um, okay, right now payment would probably be person. We don't know yet. Okay. Uh, okay. I'm excited to test everything. Let's wait for Claude. The values against Polymarket's public profile data. The board claims is real. These values to show series. But the lesson is not just followed. What the recent race pattern suggests. What we should do to our bot. Whether wallet leaderboard. Replicate the parity filters with public API data. Wallet. It becomes interesting whenever model agrees, profitable wallets agrees, city is green, spread liquidity are okay. Okay, we can actually do this. Uh, Basically, we can collect as many wallets as possible, but if we don't automatically copy rate them, we have other models. When the city is green, when profitable wallets agrees, our model agrees, spread liquidity are okay. Only in those cases, it will copy rate them. But no, for now, if we want to have our own model tested out, we don't want to rely on other wallets. Okay, hold on. Let me ask Claude. Make sure to improve the skill that we built for this bot. Also, we need a Claude.md file and basically how to write it better. Are we ready to run the bot? Paper trading mode, readiness check, 30 test pass, CLI works, Codex, Claude skill runner script are valid. One thing, the main SQLite DB is currently open locked by this process. So before running the full bot, wait for that process to finish or tell me to stop it once clear run or via the skill. It usually tell you to write these commands on terminal, but you don't have to. You just have to tell Codex or Claude to do it for you. Even if you want to use terminal, you can open your terminal. This is, for example, my terminal. Uh, all you have to do is to write Claude, and it will basically open it for you. You can continue it. That's it. But yeah, I prefer to use Visual Studio. The reason is we usually can open our folder and see all the files here. And also visually, I think Visual Studio is better in comparison to Terminal. Our skill actually improved. It's wrote Claude.md. Claude.md, as I mentioned before, it's very important to use less tokens. Basically, on top of every time we run Claude code, first Claude.md will run, which can be very useful. Some rules that you want to have that never pass those stuff, you have to write them in Claude.md. Uh, okay. How to test the bot and make sure it works. Does the code work? Does this write not testable now? That's the one who tells you otherwise. Telling me something. Let me build you real automated test for. Then show you how to manually verify each piece. First, let me check that test. Whether that kind of. Let's check this profile as well. Okay, these are trading on predict. I don't want this one. Claude is actually testing, so we have to wait. 32 passed. I added 19. Let me update tools and confirm this. Okay, does the code work? Yes. Automated test, manual pipeline run. Does the strategy make money? Not yet. Only the 60 days paper. Okay. Basically, what Claude is actually telling is we have to test this for 60 days. I don't know where he got that 60 days. Let's actually ask. Uh, where did you get that 60 days? I mean, based on what you're saying, 60 days, we have to test it. Why not 2 days, 3 days, or maximum 1 week? I think that's just a number it came up with. Is a round number. I repeat it without delivering for you. So let me actually do the statics now because the real answer is on 60. It's however many set free. Why few days testing is not enough? You're testing one thing, does the model's barrier score beat the markets? That's a noisy measurement. To detect a small edge for that noise, you need a sample size. Okay, it's basically um yeah, just telling you have to do it for 60 days to make sure you have enough data to decide to, trade with real money. But we don't have to care about that. We can basically run it in few days. Um, let's just start testing. I want as many tests as possible. And to be honest, I want to only test for a few days. And then I want to use real money and I don't care even if I lose it. But um, just do as many tests as possible for me during these few days. Build out the test suite as hard as possible. Maximize the automated test to the code is run the max out testing and data collection now for the live trading step after a few days, which is split to you. I'll flip live myself. I build everything up to live execution ready. For now, we want to paper and max test only for now. Later, we will make it live. If the strategy works, if we know we can make money out of this, then we're going to build the live system. For now, we're building the paper trading. Volume over the next few days, max everything, expand to all available cities. Yeah, want to have as many data as possible, as much data as possible. Because there isn't ever table to max everything, the biggest level is auto resolving. Don't like every city. There's already another. So let me add a dynamic course lookup with narrate that resolve it into a known branch of. While it's working, for those people who don't know, uh, this is actually my second channel. Not actually second, I have many channels, but I'm very active in here. If you're interested in AI, give a sub. Uh, right, this is my AI automation channel, and this is my private community inside school. Hope to see all of you there. But some contents related to crypto, probably I would share them in this channel. Still, I haven't decided. Maybe I go all in on this channel or the other one. Also, this is another channel of mine. I just do it for fun. It's kind of cold approaching on the street. I mainly have followers on Instagram, not YouTube. I haven't posted most of them on YouTube. But let's back to Visual Studio, Claude. I think my limit actually finished, but reset again. I think in Codex every 5 hours your tokens will reset, but in Claude every 4 hours, or maybe both of them 5 hours. I have to check again. Okay, let's see the result. If you want to basically use less tokens, you can change your model to uh, Sonnet or this one. This is recommended for daily tasks, but since we're building a very complex bot, I think Opus is definitely better and it's worth spending more tokens for that. And I'm not using API. I'm not using Claude API. Claude costs a lot. Just buy a pro subscription in Claude. If you have GPT Pro, uh, OpenAI, you can also use Codex, the Pro version. You don't have to pay separately for that. Dynamics a result at the big unlock in a station Polymarket list now auto result which wasn't hard coded. Made a score up to paper trades. Every city runs the full scan and just settle a repeat chain. Like test 42 passing was added. A real bug caught by testing. The entire run failed because request wasn't declared as a dependency. The code only worked because it was installed code, but I couldn't install. Fix it. The one thing because I saw you on but I've been doing a desire if one of all the work makes the code right. It does not make the strategy right. So a few days of favor date. Yeah, he just keeps saying the same thing. I don't care. uh Claude is a bit conservative when it comes to, crypto, those kind of stuff. We can change the logic definitely. What I'm doing right now is I'm building an obsidian brain for myself. It's knows exactly what I'm thinking about. This is my brain right now, and every day I record some of my what I've done daily, some stuff that I learned, and this brain will get bigger and bigger. Then you can connect this to Claude, ChatGPT, or any other model, and all their answers will be based on what you think, what you believe. This is very cool. I have so many things in here, like my daily notes. Like this is only for 3 days of making this brain. Every day I have some daily notes, some areas. For example, I'm an accounting student, some stuff that I learned in accounting, business, my YouTube channels, health, every gym workout that I'm doing. I usually record them here. Um, for everything, basically my whole life, you can find it in this brain, and this is only for 3 days. The more you use it, the bigger brain you will have and the more data. Because the problem with Claude and GPT is Chat GPT or OpenAI is you can't control their memory. They will lose the memory. You can't control them, and whenever you, for example, go to free plan, you will lose your memory. But this is basically on your system. You can have it, you can connect it to whatever you like. And right now, especially with all these big models, the only difference between people is on how much knowledge base you provide to different models like Claude or GPT. Everyone can write a prompt, everyone can do that, but the most important thing is to provide them as much knowledge as possible. What we can do is we can even connect this brain, connect all these nodes to our scraper for Twitter and record as many strategies as possible to have a bigger knowledge base to provide Claude or GPT. But I haven't done that. I think this should work. We're going to see. Claim room, no global. That, so Can we start testing now? Okay, the run did real work. 662 markets scanned, 34 stations, up from 30. But it shows zero paper trace, which means it's still mid-run. Paper entry hasn't committed yet, or the run got interrupted. Let me check if it's still alive. Okay, let's see. Yes, you're gonna start testing now. Here's exactly how a collection run is already in progress. I'll finish on its own and open the paper trace to run the continuous collection for your few days. This is the one command that runs the full pipeline every hour, accumulating paper trace and settling past one logs to service terminal to check it out. What's running for you? Markets, scan across 34 stations, forecast for 41 current literary signal, waiting for paper enter to open as paper trace. Okay, that's interesting. Before you start the loop, 2 honest flags, wait 2 minutes for the invite run to finish first, or you'll have to like at once. You have to wait for now. The thing I keep saying the last time, so it's not recorded. This loop gives you maximum paper data, which is great for providing the code. 1 minute to start the loop for you as soon as the current run finish. Uh, Wait for the current run to finishes and then start the new one. Just notify me whenever the first one finishes. La, la, la. Let's ask Claude basically Codex as well. Just check the code again. Everything is ready to start the test. I'm actually checking some stuff. Let me. Okay. Status. All good. To start the paper, I checked one before running the data is currently locked by an existing process. Yeah, we're actually waiting for this process to finish, and then we're going to start the next process. Uh, when it will finish. It's another comparable senses, around 20 minutes. Uh, could this become an issue in real-time trading? Or serious issue for live trading than is for paper? Joke with cash on your part. Let me explain. Uh, okay. Don't read this as fixed speed now. It's safe to go live. The speed is necessary, but the- okay, we actually decrease the number of stations because it takes time. And since for now we want to have a test to see if the strategy works or not, we need more speed. So let's just decrease the number from 34 to basically 20, I suppose. Uh, but we have to fix this speed when it comes to live trading. But that's not a big issue. First, we have to, because we can change the API later, first we have to make sure this strategy really works on paper. And when it comes to live trading, we definitely use better APIs. We fit this to Codex as well. Uh, for now, we're waiting for Claude as well, and then run the test. Let's run the test. Let's run it and test how it works. With the cache version, they expect the report, so we know. Okay, cool. There's another clone lodge. Okay, now Claude and Codex are conflicting with each other. Uh, Sometimes you shouldn't run both of them at the same time, but it's fine. They will deal with each other. If I had enough tokens, I would run like 10 agents inside Claude, one for writing the code, the other one reviewing the code, audit or all those stuff. But it will drain your tokens, especially if you're using the pro version. Like in few minutes, you will run out of tokens. That's why for now I'm only using one agent. for this version, so wallet shadowing doesn't dominate the runtime. Because we have a wallet shadow as well, we track some wallets. Um, we limited that to 50. We don't want so many signals from them. They are just a way to make sure the strategy works. Transactive and still scan. I'll keep watching. The speed fix mainly affects edges, so the first scan can still take a polymarket event endpoint. Okay, cool. Let's open X. So what we can build. Skydiving, ranking, gradient mix. Okay. This is another weather one. No, this is not only weather, other markets as well. I only want some wallets that are focused 100% on the weather. Kimi agent swarm. This Kimi agent swarm is something interesting. I have to start using that. Let's see what is all about. Bitcoin ups and downs, it doesn't work. It's very competitive. It doesn't work for spending time. I wouldn't, waste my tokens for these kind of predictions. So competitive. But the weather market, you can have actually an edge. Okay, here's a part. Let me stop Claude. These two can't deal with each other. Oh, actually, I run out of codes on Codex, so I have to continue with Claude Code. So let's stop this one. They were actually, changing the codes. They had conflict, but now we're only on Claude, so it should fix that. Ready to run the test. The verify run is still running one real. Is there an issue? close this. It found 41 tradable. No issue and good news. Direct answer to user result is blank only because that run is still emitting, but the database already shows 198 signals, 41 tradable. Missing edges ran successfully with no luck error. The luck problem. The verification. The only thing I haven't seen on the screen is the explicit. No, there's no issue. The bot is working. Here's the honest status. Runs clean and pro signals with no luck error. Speed fixed. Now the speed is better. Luck fixed. Running one final full pipeline. Edges and paper enter settle to confirm paper trades actually open. This is the last thing I want to see before saying go. Okay, cool. I don't know if it was a bug in the bot. Okay, there was no bug in the bot. It was just a mistake with Claude. Was ready once the right super opening. Okay, just let me know whenever finishes. The pipeline is still running. It printed its header, but no set of result yet. And 0 to the conference general progression and not stuck. Each edges run makes a request per market and each test. But it's fragile, it's slow because okay, we're going to parallelize them to make it faster. Right now it takes like 6 minutes every time, and we have to parallelize it to do it at the same time. It's different tasks, which can make it faster. Want to check more strategies. Their temperature trader. He hasn't made. Oh, he made decent money. Okay, let me check this one as well. Oh, on Codex, we're run out of tokens, so we can do it for now. You have to wait. When my Claude Code, luckily it will reset in 15 minutes. This one. Let's test. Okay, all 43 tests green. Now the final gates. One full clean pipeline run to convert paper trace actually open end to end. Let me scan edges, paper, enter, settle, confirm trades open. We're in the last stage. So let's check when it shows trades opening. 2 minutes. That's the green light. But after we fully build this, we can actually use Hermes to make it 24 hours. We can even use Claude. We can use a server, but Hermes is also good. I'm recently using Hermes. But for now, we have to make sure this strategy works. Are you working? Okay, the final pipeline run completed. Okay, the bot is functional. The full pipeline ran clean and opened 154 paper trades. That's cool. The test is live and running. Direct answer to running. Getting yours and fix for real problem that's running for real. The loop now collects data reliably, but on the start rolling as whether they converse, so meaningful PNL and days away, not hours. When you check paper performance tonight, it still shows zero settle, that's expected. Whereas as the weather result, let's run, and the real question, does the model beat the market? Okay, for now we have to test. Open, let me see, open the test file. What is the safety? Which cars? Real money rules. These are all the logic for our strategy. Uh, Show me paper trades and their P and L. Okay, here are your paper. The collection loop has been running, so it is now open trades. Why PNL is 0, and when that's correct, not a bug. Every trade is still open, so none have a PNL yet. A weather trade can be scored until its targeted date. Okay, so they are all unresolved. After those weather days complete, which starts happening tomorrow and occurs over the coming days. Uh, should we, let me ask this. Based on the strategy, should we wait for a few days so they close? Or we basically have to close the positions earlier? Basically, what it does right now, it opened the positions for me. It's a paper trade, but it will wait for 1 or 2 days until those predictions finishes, and as a result that's the time it wants to give me the final PNL result. But we could close it earlier, we don't have to wait. On closing position, hold to settle or build early exit. Leave the running tests alone, trade settle as weather days complete. This is what gives you clean. You've seen a few days of settled results. Build diagram as a parallel seam. Okay, these are two strategies we can have. The first one is we wait until the settlement, or basically the day that it will finish the bet. Or we can have early exit strategy as well and build that, but at the same time. Um, since we are for now on paper trade, switch the test early exit wire exit logic into the live paper trade, so positions close early on price moves, not recommended now. it corrupts the collaboration you're trying to get. That's true. So better to wait for now and collect some data for a few days at least to see how many positions we can have. We can even open more positions, but here's the important thing. We have to put more filters to decrease the number of open positions. Right now, it's still a lot. We have to uh, lower them. Let me ask Claude. Right now, wait a second, why it doesn't work. Right now, we have too many positions. Should we add more filters to limit them? Oh, actually, better to wait since we are on paper trade. It's better to wait to collect as much data as possible. So right now we open like around 140 positions, but in real test, we're going to open maybe one per hour. So right now the reason for this is we want to collect as much information as possible. But let's ask Claude as well this to make sure. Let's see what it will come up with. Here we go. It's actually said the same thing, too many for data or too many for trading. For data, we have to collect as much information as possible, but for real trading, we definitely wouldn't do that. It's high mostly because I set the collection to grab everything. Keep volume separate by book. Don't cut total volume. More data, better calibrate. Instead, raise the bar for range threshold to real edges only, and keep the speculative box tag separate. That's a good idea. Yeah, let's submit this. Pre-book edge, per city gaps, 2 honest notes, I clear devil. So your paperwork is now 108, freshly entered with. Okay, we decrease the number from 140 to 108. It's clear. I just added book. One thing that we can do actually is to basically have a routine. With Cloud Code, right now you can set up some routines, and you can say, for example, every day at 3 p.m. do these kind of tasks, and we can do the same thing for collecting data. Um, schedule it, which is very cool. Had been left a stop. I don't know when I don't. Okay. Let us say loop live and healthy. Filter paper trays in place. Settlement layer. Let's ask. So should I run this every hour? What should I do now? The whole point of the loop is that runs without you. Your job for the next few days is to let it accumulate data and check it once a day, to check it whenever you're curious. Save to run anytime. No tonight, settlement, panel. Tomorrow. Two practical things. The loop dies if you reboot or fully shut down your Mac. It survives closing the terminal. But not a restart. If you reboot, just tell me and I'll relaunch it or run. Um, can we publish it on GitHub so make it fully automated? Because I could turn off my computer. Does both. It has the code and runs on a schedule on GitHub servers, free, so your Mac can be off. That's the clean answer. Before I do anything, three honest flags. Because publish to GitHub has real consequence. I won't make for you. Publishing. So public repo, cloud schedule has a real limitation for this bot. Runs on a schedule, but each run is fresh container with one keeps a wallet address, trading logic, and your data of the public internet. You can still run GitHub. We can actually run it on a private repo on GitHub, but I think I have to give some access. Right now, it doesn't have full access to make some actions. We have to install some plugins, as far as I remember. I want to run it for now on my local machine. Uh, so let's say what I if my Mac is on sleep mode, it still works. Okay, sleep mode kills it. For a bot that needs to run every hour for days, while you relying on your Mac thing, a big range you'd be fighting. So okay, that's true. The exact way. It runs on GitHub, regardless of what your Mac is doing, so your instinct is a Okay, let's go for GitHub Actions. Let's see how we can do it. I have no idea. Let's go with GitHub Actions. Private. We want to keep it private. How should the cloud run handle your cumulative data? Vector repo each run. This is the recommended, so let's do it. Let's see. Let's see. I'm super excited. Oh my god. My cloud is going to finish the limit. I hope we can run it, but it will reset in 60 minutes. So let's see. Also, my codex will reset in 30 minutes. Um, I've already provided some private keys from my GitHub. If it's your first time you want to publish it on GitHub, just ask Claude. It will tell you what to do. The brain that I showed you in Obsidian, that neural visualization, yeah. Okay, that's quite interesting. Look. Chinese crypto trader posted a neural network visualization TikTok and accidentally showed the system making its polymarket trades in real time. Look at it like a hidden layer display. Someone created a GitHub robot that lets you run Claude Code completely for free. Well, I know what is it exactly. It's you can run Claude Code, but basically you're using other models like DeepSeek, which I don't like that. Uh, Polymarket by betting on weather prediction. Let's check this out. It's a new wallet. Okay, it's lost over the past day, lost over the past week. Well, not bad, but no, he's not a weather trader. He trades different markets. I don't like that. That's the worst thing that you can do is to trade different markets. Ready to create a variable and push this sends the code to GitHub private. Local commit is already done. Yes, create variable plus push. 10 megabyte DB. It's a lot to be honest, but let's see. Because when it comes to private GitHub, you have some limitations. Otherwise, you have to pay for their pro plan. I don't know even how much it costs. I've never bought a GitHub Pro account, but yeah, I hope we don't require that. For now, we wouldn't share the code uh, because we're building, but if it works, I'm going to record another video. As you can see, we started everything from scratch. I have no idea when we can, test these bots with real money. We're just testing out. We're just learning during the process. That's all it matters. Your bot is now on GitHub and running in the cloud. This is your yes. Once again. So can I turn off my computer? And basically, are you sure it's running correctly on GitHub? Should we make a test? Still in progress. Your runner can be slow on the per market API loop. Let me check. Okay, right now we're running a test on GitHub. We're basically published as the code on a private cloud like GitHub in a private repository, and automatically every hour it will run the bot to check everything. Otherwise, you have to turn on your computer, which is not good for the health of your Mac or laptop. The local loop is still running as so you're collecting data either way. The moment the cloud run completes, I'll let you know two things. Green. Turn off your computer now, and here's how to check it from everywhere, or it failed at step X. There. Okay, cool. Let me go to. Okay, I think it wants to share something. The cloud run succeeded, and importantly, the commit update data reports a step ran, meaning it committed data back. Let me do the final definitive. Okay, that sounds cool. That sounds cool. Let's see. That's all loop working on GitHub server. Okay, we're all good. We can now turn off our computer. It's running on the server. We're going to collect as much data as possible for probably a few days to realize the strategy, how it works, how we can improve it, basically paper testing, and then we can start building the real bot with the real money and use all those strategies. Um, the workflow runs fine. I can bump this action version whenever, no rush. The important reminder, this cloud now collects reliably, but the answer to does the strategy work is still needs days. Yeah, definitely. We have to wait days. Let me actually check GitHub myself as well to see the repository. Actually log in to my account. Here's how the repository looks like. We just made a commit, and for actions, let's go to the actions. Yeah, this was the action that happened 5 minutes ago. uh this is basically automatically every hour it will run this the same as this to collect all the information, and then it will collect everything for me. uh Basically my cloud limit is almost done. We actually built the paper version until now, and in the next live videos we're probably testing out the strategy to see how it worked, it was useful or not, and then we're going to build a real bot. I really hope you found this live helpful. Just let me know if you want more lives like this. We built everything from scratch, we did the research, everything. And also make sure to basically give a sub to my other channel, AutoBiz Edge. I usually post AI automation videos in this channel. Give a sub and join my school community. Hope to see you guys in my next live or next videos. Cheers.